Okay, let's get started. We can start, bro.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. So, Sudesaki Mataji, you can ask question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, today we read Srila Prabhupada's letter to Jai Pataka Swami. So I wanted to hear more about it because it says that spiritual master remains in this material universe until all of his disciples are transferred to the spiritual sky. So we know Srila Prabhupada is no more here on the planet, but yeah, he obviously is present in the form of his books, but I wanted to literally understand this particular quote. Also recently Bhakti Charu Maharaj also left, so his disciples are still present. So I just wanted to understand that it is said that he went back to Srila Prabhupada in his service, but the disciples are still present and they yet are to be delivered. So how would he understand this quote?
Well, this quote actually, towards the end of the quote, Prabhupada makes very clear that the spiritual master has to incarnate again and again. So incarnate doesn't mean that the spiritual master has to take birth again in the material world, but he has to come down from the spiritual world to the material world. This can be actually more clearly understood through one of the examples of a disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. I don't recollect the name of that devotee, but this was actually some time ago. I read one of the disciples of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. He left Krishna consciousness and he started engaging in all kinds of sinful activities: meat eating, drinking liquor, smoking, and so all kinds of sinful activity he was doing. So apparently it looks like that he died. So they took him to the cremation for burning his body, and right when they were about to set the fire to the body, but he was dead actually, it was known to everyone that he's dead, he got up from the funeral pyre, and he went directly to one of the Gaudiya Math, and he took shelter of one of the sannyasi disciples of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, and perfected his life. But he narrated that when he died, he actually died, and he was taken to the abode of Yamaraj. Yamdutas came and took him to the abode of Yamaraj. So Yamaraj, asked him, "What is your qualification?" He was not tortured anyway, but he asked him. Yamdutas was actually threatening him a lot, but Yamaraj asked him, "What is your qualification?" He said, he was humble actually by nature, so he said, "My only qualification is I am disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur." So as soon as Yamaraj heard this, he closed his eyes for a moment, and immediately Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur appeared in Yamloka. And he turned to his disciple, started chastising him. "You nonsense, you rascal, you actually took initiation from me. You promised at the time of initiation that you'll never engage in sinful activities. What is this nonsense you have done to yourself? Go back and take shelter of this disciple of mine." He told him the name of the sannyasi disciple. He said, "Practice Krishna consciousness seriously." He said, "Then I woke up and I saw I am on the funeral pyre." So therefore he went back to that disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur and actually perfected his life. So this is the meaning when Prabhupada says spiritual master has to incarnate. So Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur is in the spiritual world, serving Krishna, but he has to leave that and come in between to take care of the disciple. When he's in the abode of Yamaraj, he has to come and correct him. So this is the meaning. But Prabhupada also made it clear, if a disciple continues to be disobedient and disconnect from the teachings of spiritual master, then after some time, spiritual master will not be, he'll be left on his own.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, that means the spiritual masters have so much potencies, right? Like they know everything, right? Even they are serving, they are in the spiritual world also.
Yes, definitely. Therefore, we sing every day, Madhuri, in the Mangala, the morning prayers. Sakshad Hari Itmena Samasta Shastra. He's non-different from Lord Hari. That means all the powers of Lord Hari are at his disposal because he's very dear to Lord Hari.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. And I also remember in one of the lecture, Radha Govind Maharaj mentioned the power of Parshadas of Lord. So it was Ajamil Katha, and then he also mentioned that it's all the sannyasis and like Prabhupada ji and all sannyasis, they are Parshad of the Lord. So they actually possess power actually. So they have.
Therefore, thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Shachandan Gaurang Prabhuji, please ask.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam. Prabhuji, in Brihad Bhagavatam, brother, I saw Krishna Uvacha. Though it may sound nitpick, just want to understand. So Bhagavad Gita we say Bhagavan Uvacha. So here we say Krishna Uvacha. So my context is like I was thinking somebody is writing this shloka. So when he is writing, he writes Bhagavan Uvacha. Is there any difference? How do we understand the context when he says Bhagavan Uvacha, when is Krishna Uvacha?
Oh, this Krishna is not Lord Krishna. This Krishna is Draupadi. Draupadi is one of the name of Krishna.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I didn't. Okay.
So this is not Krishna is speaking. Draupadi is speaking. So it's not Krishna. It's Krishna. There's the only difference between A in the last. So Draupadi is called Krishna, but Lord Krishna is called Krishna.
Oh, Krishna and Krishna. What is the difference, Prabhu?
Krishna. Last Rana is A. Krishna.
Krishna. Oh, okay.
His name in the case of Krishna is Krishna.
Okay.
So this is Draupadi.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Shirsha Mataji, you can ask question.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, what is the reason of her being called Krishna?
Because she was darkish in complexion, so she was known as Krishna, and also because she is very dear devotee of Krishna, so therefore that's also one of the reasons she's called Krishna. In fact, Lord Krishna used to always call her Krishna.
Her original name is Krishna, right, Prabhu? Krishna.
Original name is Draupadi, but she was also called by the name Krishna.
Draupadi is her original name. I thought Draupadi is because Drupada's daughter, that's why it's called Draupadi. Original name is also Draupadi.
Draupadi. But many names. One of the names is Krishna. So Lord Krishna used to always call her Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam. Prabhuji, I have a question like how can one develop an attachment with spiritual even though we have faith and we don't have everyday connection? I mean, I'm literally looking for a practical way to develop attachment because hearing his lectures is one way, but how can we organize? Actually, as a neophyte, we need to hear, but there is so much to hear. So if we start with Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so we go for one series with one Prabhu or somewhat. How to organize ourselves and get connection with our sadhana and get connected more connection with spiritual master. and develop attachment with spiritual master?
The attachment to spiritual master is through mainly two ways. One, like Bhagavatam describes, Rukmini Devi, she never saw Krishna. She never even met Krishna in her life. But only she heard the glories of Krishna through the Narad Muni, through lips of a bona fide Vaishnava like Narad Muni. So therefore she developed attachment. She will develop so much attachment to Krishna that she wanted to surrender her life. Okay. Of course, she is Nityasiddha associate of the Lord, but the associate of the Lord also show from their example. She kept hearing about Lord Krishna from Narad Muni and different Vaishnavas, and she developed attachment. Similarly, if we hear the instructions of our spiritual master and the glory of our spiritual master from different bona fide Vaishnavas, then we'll develop attachment to Guru. So hearing about the glory of spiritual master, we don't have to have personal connection necessarily to develop attachment to spiritual master. Hearing the glory of spiritual master naturally, and also contemplating on the glory of spiritual master, then we develop attachment. And second way is by executing the order of spiritual master, we develop attachment. Prabhupada gives example, just like in Vedic culture, the marriage used to be no love marriage, there used to be arranged marriage, right? Arranged marriage means the girl doesn't know even the boy. Okay? But simply when she gets married, she understands, okay, this is my husband and I have to serve him. So she continues to serve, and serving, she develops attachment. Much more attachment than the so-called love marriages. So much so that the woman used to actually enter into fire when the husband died. They used to go voluntarily becoming sati by following the husband. So similarly, by executing the order of spiritual master and serving the spiritual master in that way, we develop attachment to spiritual master.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, I'm also thinking. Yes, Prabhuji. So first thing, as you said, hearing the glorifications of spiritual master from Vaishnavas, but it's not happening always. I mean, here and there with his disciples, maybe while we are talking, we can hear, but not on a regular basis, right, Prabhuji? That's what I'm thinking. I mean, yes.
So the thing is, the whole idea is to execute the order of a spiritual master also. And the spiritual master is teaching us to read more and more Krishna Katha, develop attachment to Krishna. If you simply execute that order of spiritual master, try to practice Krishna consciousness sincerely and develop attachment for Krishna, that will also automatically bring attachment for spiritual master. So attachment to Krishna, attachment to spiritual master comes simultaneously. So if you are simply practicing Krishna consciousness, that process itself, because being the instruction of Guru, will bring attachment to Guru and Krishna. So even if you are not having facility, I know it may not be always possible to hear about the glory of spiritual master. But whatever little you have heard, keep contemplating on it and keep executing the order of a spiritual master.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
If you don't mind, can I know whom you're aspiring from? Then we can probably see where you can get to hear more about the spiritual master.
Our Radhanath Swami Maharaj.
Okay. So I think recently we did a series of 26 qualities of Radha Swami of a Vaishnava. So there is, I think, 4 or 5 lectures. They are, I think, I'll be on the YouTube. If you want, you can.
Yes, Prabhuji, I attended all those. Yes, Prabhuji.
So you can keep. And
Yeah.
and actually you'll find a lot more. And forget about anything else. Maharaj has written his own book, right? Journey
Within.
Home. If you keep reading also that book, you'll develop more and more attachment and appreciation for Guru.
Yes, Prabhuji.
But the most important thing is executing the order of spiritual master. How many times Srila Prabhupada met Srila Bhakti Thakur? Hardly 2 or 3 occasions. Entire life he met only his Guru Maharaj only 2-3 occasions. One time during Vrindavan Yatra, one time during initiation, one time during Vrindavan Parikrama when he was actually met at the bank of Radha Kund, his spiritual master, where he got the instruction to print the books. So hardly 3 or 4 times you can count on the fingers. A brief association with spiritual master.
Prabhuji, may I ask one thing? I mean, I don't know how can I compare like this, but I'm just saying. So as we know, every weekend now, especially every weekend or every Wednesday, we are hearing from our Vaisheshik Maharaj. There is, I mean, if we are associating more, we have more automatically develops. Yes. What Vaisheshik Maharaj says, we need to follow. I mean, my feeling is like that, because we are hearing more from him, we are associating more every week. Like that, if there is any glorifications from any devotees, maybe every day or not every day, maybe oftenly, I'm thinking in that way, how can I develop attachment? Because if there is no connection on a daily basis or a regular basis, it's very difficult to get more connection. I mean, more develop attachment. That's what my thinking is.
That's what I actually explained, Madhavi. For attachment, you don't have to have the daily connection. Rukmini Devi never met Krishna, right? So this is through the pastime, the Lord and his devotee, they instruct us. If you are fortunate to have association, I mean, I've seen some people, who may have had lot of association of their spiritual master, but they don't really follow essentially his instructions. And then eventually, whatever, apparent attachment they have for the spiritual master, disappears, and sometimes even they become averse and inimical towards spiritual master. I mean, I won't cite the names, but I have seen some of the boy who was so attached to His Holiness Radhan Swami Maharaj. He was initiated by him, and he would even propagate about that one should take initiation from Radhanand Maharaj and all. But because he didn't had the sincere mood of executing the order of spiritual master, at some point of time he became actually averse to Guru. And now he doesn't even practice Krishna consciousness. So the most important factor is, executing the order of a spiritual master. Sincerely practicing Krishna consciousness and executing the order of spiritual master is actually the most crucial and important.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. It helps.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Haribol Mataji.
Actually, you mentioned Radhanath Swami's book, Journey Within. That's a best book, and also Mataji can read Autobiography of American Swami. That's a very best book.
Yeah.
Anybody will be memorized by reading the book.
What is that book, Mataji? Can you type on the chat?
Yes, your Autobiography of American Swami. You will not believe that when you take the book, you cannot keep it down.
That's actually
You can explain in words.
That's what I was explaining. Journey Home.
Journey Home and Journey Back.
Yes, Mataji, definitely it will make you cry, Mataji.
Very beautiful book. You will understand more about Guru Maharaj.
I say begin with Journey Home. If you have not read it, go to Amazon.com and buy Journey Home and first read that book. Then you'll be able to list Journey Within also. But first read Journey Home.
Yes, Prabhu. I have first time when I met His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj with that book. I got book from him, Prabhuji, long back. Yeah.
So have you read it, Madhaji?
Yeah, halfway I read it, and I took I want to read it in my home language. So because there is a translation also in my home language, Telugu also it's available. So I got, but I didn't finish it, Prabhuji.
Madhaji, I'll suggest you can read that whole book.
Sure. Definitely. Yeah, the first connection with Maharaj, I took blessings. I don't know. I'm just a stranger. Shukeshwari Mataji took me that my Guru Maharaj is giving a lecture. Please come, please come. He took me and I got a blessing from Maharaj and I got the book. Yeah, even I'm not seriously practicing at that time. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, how many books Maharaj wrote?
Mainly these two books, Madhaji. Maharaj personally wrote these two books. Of course, there are a lot of books published based on lectures of Maharaj, but Maharaj personally wrote these two books.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Correction.
Can we take one more question, Prabhuji?
Sure, Prabhu. Go ahead.
Okay. Vinita Mataji can ask question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, please, can you share some pastime of Lord?
Pastime of?
Lord, Prabhuji. Any pastime you are reading so much Bhagavatam and so much you are reading, Prabhuji. Please share something.
Well, this particular pastime is related to Pundarik Vidyanidhi. I think this will be reading in the next chapter of Chaitanya Bhagavad. I think we finished 9th chapter right now, right? Rajendra Hari Prabhu?
Just a minute, Prabhuji. Let me check.
We finished the 9th chapter now, so we'll be reading 10th chapter. 10th chapter has a beautiful pastime of Pundarik
Yes,
Vidyanidhi
Yes,
and Sarup Damodar Goswami.
Yeah.
So Sarup Damodar, he was secretary of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he was also very intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya. So one time Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he had come to visit Jagannath Puri. And he observed the festival of Dhole Yatra. There are, I think, around 10 or 12 yatras in a year, festivals of Jagannath. So he was observing Dhole Yatra festival, that is synonymous to holy festival, So during that time, they offered new garments to Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. And one of the rule of deity worship is the Lord should never be offered the starched clothing. Starch is considered contaminating, so Lord should never be offered the starched clothes. But in Jagannath Puri, they always offer starched clothing to Lord Jagannath. So when Pundarik Vidyanidhi saw this, he became very upset. He said, "What's this?" He is telling Sarup Damodar Goswami, "What is this? Why they are offering, this starched clothing to Lord Jagannath?" And Sarup Damodar says, "I think it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it." He said, "No, but it's a rule in the scriptures. One should not offer starched clothing to Lord." Sarup Damodar says, "I still think there's nothing wrong. It's okay. Just observe the festival." He said, no, I don't agree with you. I think they should stop offering this starched clothing to Lord Jagannath. So anyway, Sarup Damodar and Pundarik Vidyanidhi, they were very close friends. So they were arguing in this way. But that night, when Pundarik Vidyanidhi went to sleep, Lord Jagannath came to his dream. Lord Jagannath and Baladev, came in his dream along Subhadra Devi. So Lord Jagannath was very angry. He was telling Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he was chastising Pundarik Vidyanidhi, why you are committing offenses to my devotees? My devotees can offer me whatever they like. who are you to judge that? And saying this, Lord Jagannath started slapping Pundarik Vidyanidhi on the face like, and he was wearing rings. Jagannath was wearing rings on his hands. So all those rings were actually hitting very hard on his face. He was hitting him both the ways. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi, when he got up in the morning, his cheeks were actually swollen. Both the cheeks were swollen. So when he went to see Swarup Damodar Goswami, he went like this. So Swarup Damodar said, what happened? So when he removed the hands, he saw the cheeks were swollen. So Swarup Damodar said, what happened to you? What went wrong? And then he narrated the whole dream. And Swarup Damodar started laughing. He said, I told you there's nothing wrong. Servants of Lord Jagannath, they can offer him whatever they like. So Vrindavan Das Thakur concludes Chaitanya Bhagavat by making a beautiful remark on this pastime. He says, only those who are very fortunate devotees of the Lord, they get punished by the Lord in the dream like this. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi was punished by Jagannath because he is a very dear devotee of Lord Jagannath, and he's very fortunate that Lord Jagannath actually punished him in the dream. So punishment or affection from the Lord is both equal.
Amazing pastimes of Lords. Yes. Wonderful. Thank you, Prabhuji. So it's in the way of Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya also did same things.
Yes. Ramanujacharya was also punished by
Very
Jagannath
Vegetarian.
in a different
Thank you,
way, of course.
Yes.
Very, very. Okay, I think we can stop it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
One,
Vancha
two,
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Dhanat Pranam.